definitely running a little bit late today. There's some fogginess here. It could be the lens, or it could be that light right there. Got that kind of a 1980s movie. What was that? Poltergeist. Yes, has that kind of effect going. Anyways, had some stuff come in the mail. More orange pieces. Yes, I just bought this single one from France, and then I bought these four from Germany. And these little wedge plates are great for like stacking up things. I mean, it just they give you some real freedom for making shapes, making forms, making like little stairs or whatever, like in a cave pattern. I don't know. Just I'm just thinking like Lord of the Rings, just general building. I also managed to break a vintage brick today with no less a brick separator. Um, we'll get to that in a second. Let's see. I think it's here. Yeah, yeah, here it is. Um, it's a 710 1974 blue car from the old tow set. And I kind of pieced it together, make it look like a junk car. It actually is a junk car for real, so it's not that hard. I don't think I want this piece back here. I think we'll leave it as an open trunk. I used a brick separator. I broke the other one earlier. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this safely. I'm just going to lift this off here, and yeah, we'll play it safe, and we'll just lift this off here, and we'll there we are. I'm just gonna leave this damaged section open for now. Could make it look like a little El Camino or something, I suppose. But why would I do that? Leave the driver's side window is going to be down because I'm actually missing that brick. And we're missing the 45-degree on the back, so we're going to go with that kind of custom look and do it this way. It's an easy custom to do, especially when you're missing vintage pieces. And they don't readily make those pieces anymore. So we got this kind of open up look here, even with plants or foliage. These pieces here could be used to create the end of the hood. The problem is if you do that, it has more of a hot rod look. So we leave that off, creating the dead car look. Oh yeah, here. And I'll do that on a side build here. Here's a broken brick. It's blue, brittle blue. This was a classic, or still is a classic, probably Samsonite era brick, and just shattered, which is unfortunate. It really is. I don't like to see that because they're really hard to get. I got the rest of it here, but these are old pieces and stuff. Let's see. It's usually rude to be on a cell phone while you're talking to people, but nobody's watching right now, so I saw something pop up. I want to check it real quick. Oh, here we are. Oh yeah. Vader's bed. Yep. Yeah. There's been some great sets. Over the years, Lego's done some really amazing things. And they continue to do some amazing. There's going to be some great sets coming out. I'm looking at that little pink droid, the last one of the 25th anniversary set. What I want to do here is I want to pull up some build instructions just to make sure I do this right. Actually, I probably don't need to do it right. We got a partial build in here. Here's a nasty looking box, which is not fit to be reused. I mean, I don't reuse boxes like that when I've done things like people. Unfortunately, it's first bagging out. I kind of wish I hadn't done it this way, but hey, that's all right. Is there anything missing in here? Why is this piece? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna break this one down because it's saying it's missing that part's there. I don't know what this part here is. It doesn't seem to be right. Is that right? Yeah, that part actually is right. Okay. And there's a barrel. And that part is wrong. That should not be there. This thing is not done correctly. We're missing pieces. Oh, how you doing? What? Now what's it say? Okay. Oh, it's a 75080 from 2015, and it's missing a bunch of pieces. I thought I could just pop it back together, but it's missing a bunch of pieces. It's got a bunch of weird pieces added on here and there, which is fine. I mean, that's what people do. But there's such a thing as misrepresentation, and that's what we're looking at here. But we can put it into a plastic baggie. Yeah, the section that holds us over in here is missing. And she needs to have one more of these towels, which are hard to get, but the base plates are all there. These are the correct ones. There is some fake ones. Yeah. There's some fake ones floating around out there, but we don't worry about that too much. Why do they use that? That's not even right. But yeah, these are built correctly. The barrel is wrong, and for those of you who really know these sets, can you tell me what's wrong with this barrel? Immediately jumps out to you. This is from the 2019 CIS AAT. So we're looking at a combination of parts here. This is a mess, and that means that I won't be able to jump into this right away, but I'm building a couple of these, so I've got some extra parts. And the cool thing about the 75080 is there's no printed elements. There's, best of all, no stickers. And because of that, you can build them from scratch. Now, we're going to see immediately when things wrong here, as the way this is made on the bottom. It should not have these pieces in the front. And this right here is actually correct, but not the way it's built. Interesting. It's kind of funny how over the years certain pieces in the Lego world become harder to get. And pieces that used to be common become harder to find. It's okay though. That's okay. For the most part, this part is correct. However, yeah, this is not correct here. That's right. The blue is right. This is not right here. So I do have to tear this apart. Okay. I mean, that's what a lot of us do. We make customs of Lego sets as we go along and things. And some things they bother some people. Might be like a deal breaker. The way it's, even though it doesn't show, there's a brick or something that's wrong deep inside of a build. I mean, it's kind of funny because Lego themselves regularly sneak that pink brick or pink piece deep into a Lego set. One of the things I wondered about was like this piece here, if it's really that big of a deal, if it's the right color or not. Sadly enough, it does bother me, so I always replace it. But I know deep down it doesn't matter. But oh well. Yeah, I try to do the lives on Saturdays, as most you know, and sometimes it's really tough to get it done. And work happens. We got new schedule, new bids, and now instead of being off on Fridays, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which took me years to get that schedule, now I'm gonna be off Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But I got overtime scheduled for Monday, and I got to work tomorrow, which is Sunday. So I guess the reality is only really off 1 day a week. But that's okay though. Should be grateful for that, because if inflation stuff still allows me to buy Lego sets, and we're definitely trying to buy more stuff for mock building and less of the actual sets. Although I'm definitely pursuing some of these sets for the upcoming releases. Like I said, there's definitely some I got my eyes on, and I've seen the Invisible Hand today. I did a pass on that one just because there's so many of them in the stores right now. And to be honest, I'm kind of holding out for other things, not to mention, oh goodness gracious, I forgot to bring it over here. I did receive my my May the 4th promo set today in the mail, and I didn't bring it over here, so it's over in the storage room, which is like upstairs. And I'm not going to end the stream just to go get it, but we'll talk about that a bit later. Maybe I'll do a video, maybe I'll figure out something. There we are. Alright, 75080. No balloon pieces. And the seller did not say it had minifigures, but actually it did. And I know the B ones are not really hype, to put it mildly. I still kind of like them, and they are done well. I mean, they do resemble what we see in universe. And Lego did actually get the sturdiness, or the spindliness, I should say. And a fun fact for anyone that wants to know about this, I didn't always have a bent arm and a straight arm. It went until 2007. With the MTT 7662 that we got there. And he's missing his shield, but that's okay though. I've got more shields, and the shields are super expensive anyways, and that's the wrong piece. Should be the antenna piece, but it doesn't really matter, does it? I'll put the droids back in the bag and leave the Gungan free and loose to explore the bag, and he'll eventually end up in a sort of an army I'm building unintentionally. Just because. Okay. So that, got some pieces in today, not a whole bunch to report about. I did get a sealed set ordered in, but it's 4501, the first of the Mos Eisley Cantina. The problem is, as a seller, you know, I'm getting charged almost $200 shipping, and I know it's because the seller's letting it go as a, you know, shipping price for the UCS set, but it's all right. I mean, I got it for cheap enough set price. It should be balanced itself out. Those are hard to get, but it's a junk car that I've been working on for way too long. I need to put vintage bricks in here to get it to be correct. I don't have another one of these in blue, but that's okay though, because I kind of wanted this to be a junk car. Speaking of vintage bricks, here's one. I guess I could do it that way. Actually, it's not really, well, it'll do for right now. Leave both those off for now. It's all taped up, but there's a vintage instructions for this set from 1974. started to sound like a really long time ago because of this. Not much else really to do here. Let's see. Get out of here. Don't really need that. That's too big for that, I guess. Would grass pieces be too much for that? Would that look weird? I don't know. Grass pieces can be used for almost everything. That's too tight there. That's not. I don't know. It might look too uniform. That might be a problem. Leave the front of it open. Yeah, that could be an interesting effect. I would need a base plate. Do I have a base plate around? I don't know. Maybe there's a base plate. What am I building? I'm not building anything. I'm just messing around. Doing my little Lego escape, actually. I should be building a Star Destroyer is what I should be building. But, you know, that's all right. It can wait. I need parts for it anyways. That's a problem, you know. Sometimes you buy these pieces and the sets off of eBay, and they're great. And it's missing a few parts, and that's why you're getting a good deal. But then sometimes at the end of the day, you go, did I really get a good deal? I mean, finding these parts is hard. Even when they're not expensive, sometimes they're just, they're hard to find. These grass pieces can be annoying to put in because they like to pop up and stuff. But they really do fill in a lot of blanks very quickly, and they kind of cut down on scenery. Or you can literally take what could otherwise end up being like a huge green base plate and just make it, needs to be is I need a little tree growth in here is what I actually need. That would actually do it. But, yeah, actually it's not bad. At least one side of it anyways. Can't really do the other side. I don't have the scenery for that, but leave the trunk open to the elements. And open for the imagination, I guess. There we are. And there it is. Just a quick idea of what, a junk car could look like. But Lego's always offered a nice little escape, a little way to get away from things and way to do different things, trying ideas. That's where I'm doing the little mocks, is I'm trying to practice bringing mocks together A lot of people make it look really easy, but then, you know, they've been doing it for years. And the first thing I noticed was how many parts I don't have. I mean, like, I thought I had a bunch of Lego pieces, and I do. But then, you know, you realize that, well, you only have like 20 of this or 10 of that, and while they're the same shape, they're the wrong color, and then before you know it, there you are. But that's okay, though, because, you know, so I've been buying a lot of, like, well, not maybe a lot, but I've been trying to buy the green grass pieces, because you can use it for everything. And then I've been concentrating on building my collection of dark orange, so I can do stuff for Geonosis. And the green grass pieces are great, but Lego's got a lot of other stuff. They got these little leaves out here. These are really good for some things. I thought that when I first got into them, saw them, like, I was super excited. I'm like, okay, they're going to be like a game changer, but they're not 100% necessarily what they could be. So it's all right, though. It's all right. And this is my kind of modded together truck. I built it just to save this and keep it in good shape, because, oh, there's a blue brick right there. That's actually correct for the truck, but I can put a yellow one, it would look fine. And a blue one if you go on the car, which is probably more correct. The yellow one that's actually currently on the car comes from a 1972 set, I think. Brickstar is way more knowledgeable. Most of my knowledge just comes from being old and you know, playing with those sets back then. Although, I'll be honest, even when I was a kid, some of these full sets, like these ones with the white bricks, they were old. Like, I thought they were old then. And I was like these with the Lego bricks, which are usually from the 60s or very early 70s. I think they're from the 60s, actually. The type of plastic is different, and the Lego logo on top is like a cursive straight across. And a lot of times these bricks will say things like pending, patent pending, which I believe means they're the Samsonite era, which is a long time ago. But yeah, I guess I could change those wheels over to that style. Give it more of that junk car look. That would probably be good. Anyways, so that's where we're at. I do like enjoy this community out there. It's some people have suggested I should do Friday night streams, and I would like to, but I usually have to work Friday and don't usually get done until midnight here, and I wouldn't be home till like, last night I went home till like 3 in the morning, which is fine, but it's just, it's technically Saturday. And then usually I just go to sleep and call it good. And why are these things flipped over? To be sure, I don't know. And then I'm talking to myself. I saw more of these sets at the store today. $75,372. This is a good set, and the droids actually look really good. I like the new gunmetal. That looks pretty good. And it's good to see the Super Battle droids are back again. It's funny how these staps have changed over the years and pieces come and go. Like this piece is actually, yeah, it's just a clear radar dish. It just feels thinner though. I'm almost positive it's thinner than the old one. Maybe it's because of the way the edges are made, probably. That could be it. And we got the new Space minifigures out. I haven't seen them in the stores, though, since I was able to buy that kind of good-sized batch of them. And these base plates with the little speckles with the galaxy on them, they gave me some ideas on what else that they could be doing. The dual arms here are kind of nice. Oh, hey, how you doing? And these little blasters he has is quite interesting. Remind me actually of the phasers from the old Star Trek. Not even the movies, but you know the old Gene Roddenberry, the series. I think it's from the '60s. I think maybe probably with the original William Shatner. That's what those remind me of. I mean, it really looks like the little phasers in that. Just strange. Can work so. Yeah, Star Trek. I haven't actually watched it. Like, I mean, I was a child when I said it's in the '60s. There were reruns. Obviously, I'm not that old, but yikes, 40 years ago probably. My favorite episode was still the what was it called? Doomsday Machine. Was that episode 9? I don't remember that part. It was called Doomsday Machine with the Planet Crusher. That was, I think, one of my favorite episodes. Of course, I may not have seen all the episodes. I only remember a few of them, so oh well. There was that one with that weird creature with the suction cups on the hands. It was kind of strange. That was very weird, actually. But yeah, definitely cool, man. I got these little thin light gray 1x6s, and I don't remember what I got them for, which is always annoying. Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, only 2 episodes? Okay. I noticed that back in the 90s, 93, I guess it was 94, 92, 93, something like that. I met a man named Tom at work, and he was a huge Star Trek fan. Like, he would start talking about it, and I could feel myself, like, looked at the watch, or like my feet wanted to take me away from the conversation. It's funny, you know, I like Star Trek, and I mean Star Wars, and he likes Star Trek. Oh, hey, how you doing? But yeah, that one episode, I did like that one. I admit that. Didn't really like the new series very much. I know the motion picture, what was that, V'ger, is okay. I think the second one with the Wrath of Khan, which was, God, that was still a long time ago. 82? About the time of, right before Return of the Jedi, I believe. And that was pretty good. Actually, I thought that was a pretty good movie. I liked the different ship, and I liked the whole storyline. And to be certain, I still collect the comic books, so I was still into that end of things too. And that's a weak point. I gotta do something about that. Or else it's gonna flex and break that. So I guess I will put that piece in there for now to hold that. Make a multicolored car. Yep, that's not gonna hold. It's gonna snap if I'm not careful. And that would be very depressing. So I gotta put my two by 4s back in here to fill that up. Thought I ordered some vintage bricks from somewhere. Did I ever do that? Maybe I didn't. Let's see. Let's go to my one app here. If I didn't order those, I need to, right? I just found someone selling them, and I just said, oh, okay, great, there they are. Yay, and I never pursued it, and that's what it looks like. It looks like I did not do anything. Oh, I'm so bad about completing things sometimes. I just don't get around to it. Yep, didn't do it. Okay. I did find something kind of funny from Brick Arms on here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Artemis Rocket said, oh, that's cool. Yeah, Brick Arms makes an AUG, which is kind of cool. So I went that route, but I do know. I don't know when that one comes out. Soon, probably. I know there is a bunch of sets coming out. Like, I'm kind of keeping my eye out for the little droid, the KD droid, the pink one, which will be the last of the 25th anniversary. And they announced that one about a month ago. I think I posted a link on community tab, as I recall. I tend to do this as a junk car, I guess. I don't know. I should get probably the correct bricks for it, though. Oh, I know what happened. I ordered the 2 vintage slopes for this one, and I didn't finish the other one. That's what happened. Okay, now that's been explained. For some reason, when I order anything from America, it takes like 400 years to get here. I know about that. I ordered 2 of those May the 4th droid carriers, and one came from like Rhode Island, which is about as far across from me as you can get, and from Alaska, obviously. And that came in today. And the one from Seattle is still sitting in Seattle Regional Post Office. It's like, that's just right there. I know what happened. They shipped it slow boat, and if that means if they shipped it the wrong way until that ship fills up, it's going to be sitting there. And I've seen Lego sets literally take 2 and 3 months to get here. And yeah, by then usually I've lost interest in seeing it, or just lost hope in seeing it. And eBay will want you to, give feedback. I can't give feedback. I'm not giving you feedback. I haven't seen it yet. It's all good though. I mean, at the end of the day, if that's the worst part of your whole day, your life or whatever, and that's pretty nice. But this thing here, and they definitely took them too long to get here. But I understand too. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to, pay a whole bunch of shipping. Like, getting stuff from England is cool. England's got some great stuff on Bricklinks and stuff, but the shipping is brutal. Like, I've seen it. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not bad. And someone very kindly reached out to me, another YouTuber from England, and very kindly told me just get them a list. And if I get that desperate, because I hate to put people out, I will definitely reach out and take advantage of that. Like, I have packed up somebody's stuff from here before. Yeah, eBay can be weird. When I order from it, it's probably from anywhere, but yeah, it's sometimes their policies. Like, I found the Mos Eisley set, the 4501, which is a small box. And the person, I didn't get argumentative about because I don't want them to do anything to the set since I bought it, and that has happened before. You gotta watch your P's and Q's, but they charged me $178 for shipping. And they sat on it for a while, and I'm like, dude. And this is on top of like minutes after the auction ended. Yeah, I need payment. I need payment before I can ship this, so I can ship this out to you. I'm like, I was at work. Got my brick. Okay, yeah, sent them payment, and they're like, and then nothing. Sound of crickets. But it's okay though. I understand. Everybody's got a life, and yeah, the shipping policy too. Yeah, I know. Probably from my end, I think Brazil, oddly enough, and Australia was the easiest to ship to. That's international first class going to Australia, and it's up to 4 pounds, which is very generous. That's a very heavy package, and I was sending some World War II memorabilia, just heavy stuff, and God, no problem at all. It's fine here, and it was. They just put what it is on the customs, and I did, and yeah, there's no problem. And they got there fast too. It did. And the one going to Brazil did not get there fast, but it was still fine. The person was cool with it, so that's fine. But yeah, I think that what they did is they charged me the shipping cost for the UCS Mos Eisley set. That would, because that one would be expensive to ship. I mean, it's expensive to ship stuff from here anyways. Like if you send a pair of sneakers, like that has to go through like authentication, so it gets sent through FedEx. eBay only allows you $14.95 in shipping, but the actual cost for me to ship it from here to authentication in lower 48 is $58. So them already taking it for $40. So that's not nice, you know, but just the way it is, I guess. If I want to do business on eBay, that's what you do. Yeah, going to foreign places to buy Lego sets. I will be straight up honest. I know when I was like a kid and would sometimes tag along with my family that worked for airlines and going to like Japan, especially Nihon, Tokyo there. Some of the Lego sets I had there, I'm sure they're being made and they're available, but we know they're not. We know they're regional locked. Just like those, just like those magazines in the UK, or I prefer to say England, but that has that little foil pack, little tiny Lego builds. I don't know if those are available anywhere else. It's just kind of funny, you know, just the way it is, you know. It's okay though. I mean, that's what makes things neat. It's just like, was it the third clone turbo tank, the small one, had like, was it 2 different size boxes or 3? Even that 4501 Mos Eisley set, there's a blue box and there's a different one. I don't remember what the other one is. I never quite got into that end of things. I didn't have the choices. I'd only ever seen the blue box, but I know that there is another packaging available for it. And people do click for the packaging. And it never happened to me, knock on wood. I have had some horrible Lego shipping experiences, but a coworker ordered one of those rare sets, and I don't know what it was. I think it was it might have been a Sandcrawler. That doesn't sound right though. Anyways, he bought it specifically for the type of box. It was all sealed. The seller showed the box, everything okay. He paid a lot for it. I know he paid a lot for this. He wouldn't tell me what he paid for it, which is interesting. But he told me when it came in, to save on shipping, they took it out of the box. I'm not making this up. They took it out of the box and put it in Ziploc bags with all the stickers and whatever it was, and packed everything up really nice. But they guess they threw the box away, or they just cap it. I think they threw it, was what they told him. And he's like, that's it. That's what I wanted was boxes. Like, well, we could ship you the boxes. Like, no, it needs to be sealed. They're like, oh, well, you know, it's gone. I mean, just nothing can be done, man. Like, are you kidding? That's never happened to me. Nothing quite that bad's ever happened. Oh, the little packs, yeah. A bunch stored. I got a couple of them. I got like the little tiny AAT and something else too. They're kind of expensive, but sometimes you find them for cheap. Just like, I think I was on Aminar's videos. He really liked the Cyclops Series 9, the CMFs. And for a little while, for just a little while, that was not the hardest one to find. And now you can't really find them, but I do have one of those sealed. But I did have a bad experience with CMFs from the early foil ones. Had a seller, yeah, these are all sealed, and they've been slashed open. He goes, well, yeah, I had to check what they were. Like, then they're not sealed, are they? He's like, well, what's the big deal? Like, the big deal is you paid almost $20 a pack for them each. And if I wanted them to be open, guess what? I could have gotten loose figures or even open ones for like, $8. But yeah, sometimes it's like my dad was a custom knife maker and a collector, edge weapons, and sometimes the weird things you'd run into in that particular area was interesting. Like it was funny. A guy is like, he's an antique case knife. It was an eBay listing, and the guy goes, remember, the only thing keeping this thing from being mint is it's been used. And you're like, yeah, that's right. I mean, wow. Why even bother typing that? That's, But there's fakes and scams and basically everything you look. everywhere you go. See even sneakers. Well, you know, if you're in the sneaker game, you know that's a big one, a big problem there. Yeah, I've never seen the magazines here in the States, and of course, here in Alaska, we don't get a lot either, though. And the figures and the magazine, if you can find it complete, as an eBay item, and it will usually come from the UK or someplace, and you'll be paying for that. The good news is people usually realize where you're sending it from, and they usually do pack it nicely, but it's like, ugh. But normally, I'm saying we don't get the sets at all here in Alaska. I mean, we're so far behind. But then on the other hand, I know that some of these recent releases, they seem like they've been coming. Some of the sets have showed up here a little bit early, so that's kind of cool. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. And I guess that's what it is about the Lego stuff. I mean, literally something that might be common in one place is not common somewhere else and never been seen. I know recently I'd shown something. It was actually a vintage set that my mom bought me when I was a kid, and I'd found I'd found a sealed one like years ago when I first started getting an eBay, and someone told me, I don't know what country they were, but they said they'd never seen it. They'd only seen it, only knew of it because on YouTube. That's the only reason they'd ever even known about it. And it was a very common set. It was on sale. It was on clearance at one point. Yeah, yeah, they would probably come there first. I know that I did just a vlog talking in the mall, and someone had commented in our Foot Locker store at Diamond Mall, which doesn't mean anything unless you're here. And even for me, that's like 90 miles away because I don't live in Anchorage. And someone goes, "Oh my goodness, you've got so many Adidas, you know, or Adidas shoes there." And I was like, "Well, we do seem to have more there." But he's like, "God, you can't even get those here." Oh, okay, but yeah, but yeah. I mean, like, I've never seen Monkey Kid sets here in America or here in Alaska. But like the difference between here locally, up here in Wasiowa, the Valley, which is where we live, the Valley, Target is probably the best place to look for Lego Star Wars. Not necessarily Lego though, Lego Star Wars. Lego Friends, probably Fred Meyer seems to have the early release, and then Walmart has a lot of the city sets and a decent number of Star Wars. But Target is where you'll see it before. It's like the Invisible Hand was there, and they had I counted them, they had like 33 sets, which is a lot. Fred Meyer, if they get new sets, they usually get four, and they've told me that they usually get a set of four, and they may only put two out. Um, I know that old 501st Battle, like not the old one, the recent one, not the last one, but the one before it, 75280. That one was very hard to get here, and my first set I got was actually broken open by a child. I got it for $10. Yeah, Target is a grocery store more than anything. It's a box store. They have clothing. They have different kind of groceries. Usually, they have a lot of boxed and canned items. Not so much on the fresh fruit items. Sometimes a good place to find specialty sodas like this, which is usually available only at gas stations normally. And they have, like I said, Lego Star Wars, and they had the Z28 Camaro today, which was cool. I don't know if I took. I think I'm sure I filmed that one too, but I don't know where. But yeah, but the Target stores. I know some people on YouTube have done things like, man, here's a vlog. I'm going to hit every Target store in the entire state. I could do that too, and I could do it rather easily because there's only three stores, and two are in Anchorage and one's in the Valley, in Wasilla actually. Because I thought there was more of them, and when I Googled them, like, that's it. There's not even any in Fairbanks. Fairbanks is a big town, and it's 9 hours away north. Okay. I've actually heard of Smiths, and my aunt had a house in North London when I was a child. She worked for British Airways, so I'd been actually seeing like Harrods store. Yeah, Christopher Robin, right? Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. See the original book. Um, yeah. I still remember my very first Lego set actually came, apparently, my mom told me, from a duty free store at one of the airports. I think she said it was like at Charles de Gaulle Airport in France. She worked for Northwest Orient back in those days. So I've kind of been blessed by being able to see, different things and realize there's different stores and different places. I mean, let's face it, like all the mech sets and all the Godzilla figures, Japan, all the stores in Tokyo are always going to probably be top for that. At least they were when I was a kid over there. My God, like every store, every place had those Godzilla models, toys, photographs, everywhere. But I know I'm trying to collect up with the dark orange. Right now, there's actually a fair amount of dark orange, like stuff like this. Only thing I've run into with the eBay one problem is sometimes people think that dark orange and orange is the same color. And that's one of those mistakes that I don't like, because I don't need orange, and I now have enough orange. I could probably make an orange mock. I'm not sure what it would be. It wouldn't be anything from the real universe. I could make up something. I'm not sure. If I used orange or something else, might make it like a kind of a molten, maybe a lava kind of look, I suppose. Oh, okay. 30 minutes? That's not bad. Yeah, we don't have any Lego stores up here. We had a secondhand Lego store called Alaska Bricks, and he finally just closed up. And then we had a woman that took over that operation, and I met her at the fair. And she said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be open. Just call ahead." Well, she's like on Facebook, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna be open between," and I'm not making this up, noon and 1600 hours. So 4 hours on a Wednesday in the middle of the month. Like, what, are you joking? I said, "Are you leased on eBay?" She goes, "I don't really have enough stock yet." I said, "You don't have enough stock yet?" I mean, I resell some of my bricks on eBay. Like, I got a big batch of bricks from the thrift store, and I washed them, and basically all the purple ones and the pink ones that I don't want are still for sale because nobody seems to want them either. And I kind of thought that would happen, but for the price I paid for the Lego bricks, and for some of the things, because they don't, obviously think I'm sealed. What I could see through them, I thought I saw enough that I was okay, and I did in two sales with the broken minifigure parts and the minifigures I did, because they were almost all city minifigures and friends. I literally broke even on the Lego set, the Lego pieces, and that was about 4 gallons of Lego, and I paid, I think it was $70, but I got that back, and since then I've made up double that. And so the fact that I can't sell some of these purple and pink bricks, oh well, it's not the end of the world. I could use them for fillers, but a lot of them are weird. They're like slope pieces and inverted towel and stuff. It's like, wow, these are really really a tough move, but that's okay. I mean, if I get enough mock building, I might just take them back off my site and use them. We just have to kind of see how it goes. It's okay though. What's this say? Yeah, yeah, the space thing. This is a house. It's under construction, under repair. It's kind of run down. Fix the things as I go along. You know how that goes, which means I got my tools in one room and that takes up all their space. Plus, there's a bunch of eBay stuff here that hasn't sold, and some of it's just flat out garbage from the previous person, which I haven't got rid of yet. So that's not good. Got the door behind me, but so I do have room for a lot of storage. But people say, why don't you get this UCS or get this one? Oh, hey, I bought this one. I'm like, yeah, I do want the AT-AT. I do want the Venator. One, the money is one thing, but two, the space. Like that Star Destroyer I'm putting together. I kind of wish I'd gotten something else. One, because I'm missing so many pieces and it's starting to drag out and starting to feel like, like a monkey sitting on my back going, hey, Dave, you gonna get this set done? Hi, I'm still here. And I need to be going through it. I need to sort it. I need to clean this workbench off, which is over on this side, and set it up again. But I got the bottom half of it done, but I've run into problems with like the magnets. The magnets have kind of lost a lot of their power, so someone, actually a YouTuber in London, suggested I use, I could rebuild or make custom magnets. I hate to do stuff like that, but I could do it. Could also put thin pieces of metal, but there's some different ideas I have there. Right now I'm using Technic rods in strategic places and it's holding the set together really well. But then I started realizing I'm missing so many pieces. I need to go through and strategically build what I have to find out what I'm missing, which looks like I'm missing a lot on the upper super decks. To build the upper panels is what I'm missing. Thankfully, it's not the old style gray, so it's not the end of the world. But when you get discouraged on the Lego set, you go, man. And then I've got a Mega Bloks, a non-Lego Enterprise, which needs to be taken fully apart, and I need to catalog it. And I'm not looking forward to that. Oh, view of London. Yeah, I imagine it isn't cheap. I know it was expensive for my aunt living in North London. Also, I mean, the prices are just, well, I guess it's inflation. So the price is not really going up as the money's going down, what it really is. That's why silver, gold, and even crypto are going up. They're not really going up. They're just, that's not good. But yeah, so the price is there, and I got I got some car parts to buy. I bought some tires and got to replace my brakes and stuff because I commute with it. Oh yeah, more pounds for the sets. Yeah, I can imagine that. I can definitely get behind that. Yeah, I was thinking about getting the Invisible Hand, and I was realizing I need to make a payment on something else, and I had a choice of just making a minimum payment or just paying off of an old loan from a long time ago. And it's not like the Invisible Hand was going to totally, wipe me out. It's just that it would be just enough that I couldn't quite pay that off. It'd be one more month of interest. I'm like, come on, Dave, be an adult here. You're certainly old enough. But you know what? I love the fact that I even have that as a choice, as an option. I mean, there's people living in their cars. I mean, hey, I was, I do love Lego, especially like 7662 because it really, from 2007, things were definitely not good for me. And I guess it will always have a special meaning because of that. Yeah, I know that. I actually, I'm actually going to probably, my next round of bills, I'm going to pay my phone bill for this internet. It's what do you call it? It's unlimited data because I can't really get internet where I'm living, not per se. I can't not get Wi-Fi. I'm 12 miles past, and it's like $300 a month. So what I might do is I will probably double up my payment so I have a free month coming up. And then I want to take what, I normally would have had for my phone bill because it'll be paid off for a month ahead. And I might do my Lego shopping. I also save all my quarters and stuff. And when the jar is full, it's literally $300. And that'll buy pretty much anything I want for a new set. But yeah, it's cool though, And the cool thing about Lego is you can always buy the sets later if you don't mind paying a scalper's price for them. And sometimes it can be fun finding an old set that you didn't even know about and rebuilding it. That's something definitely possible with Lego. That's one of the things I have against having stickers. Printed pieces are good. Printed is good. And if you're missing a printed piece on a set, you can always dream about finding it, or you can always make do until you have it. But yeah. Usually I do my streams for an hour, and we're coming up on an hour. Oh my goodness. Because it's after 10 here, 2,200 hours. And I gotta work tomorrow. Maybe I'll make some over. Actually, I got overtime, so there's potential for Lego sets right there, which is kind of funny. Light bulb just burned out. That was different. Yeah. Oh well. I know this is a great community. It's a great place to share stuff about sets and get some ideas out there, and definitely cool, man. It was amazing how different people you meet out here on the net, and people's ideas and their dreams. I know someone asked me if I like any other sets. I said, well, sure I do. I just, one, it's space and money too, but I bought some Ninjago sets, and I got some City. And there's been some, I mean, I really like Lord of the Rings. Pretty excited about the Lord of the Rings stuff coming out. That's going to be kind of cool. That would be really cool. I'm pretty hyped about that. But I can't let it take away from my Star Wars. Oh, there we go. Might go by. Oh, okay, the Hogwarts Castle. Once the shop opens here soon. It's 7 in the morning. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's 10 here, but 10 p.m. or 2200. Got a policy on Apple Watches at work, so that's why I wear this G-Shock. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up in a couple more minutes here and hit the hay, as they say. Really appreciate everybody dropping in tonight in the comments. It's really good to hear from everybody. Hey, too, take care of yourself, and glad to hear from you, man. Absolutely. Be safe out there. Next time, man. I'm gonna wrap this up in a minute or two anyways, so. Oh my goodness. Ouch. Neck's sore. Time to go to bed. Well, probably hit the treadmill and go to bed. Shower again. So I can't do this one set, so what else is there to do? Anyways. Well, I appreciate everybody dropping by, and really appreciate the views. Great to hear from everyone. Until next time, you all stay safe, and let me know in the comments down below what you're building, what you're doing, projects, ideas, mock ideas even. Until next time, ciao.